Most people looking for a UK legal carry knife go straight to a modern folder. But many of the best legal carry options were made decades ago, and you can still find them for under £30, some of them for under £10. So today I'm going to go through 5 types of vintage knife that I think make excellent UK carry. They're all 100% legal carry, and I think you'll find one that you like within this. And stick around because I'll show you a watch out for something that's such a well-loved tool but is no longer legal anymore. So why vintage? Well, first of all, many of them are budget. Even this one, which is a really high quality one, was under £30. So they're good value. They have good materials and often good construction and some different patterns to those available now. And it's really important not to lose these. Sometimes it may be to remember a family member, somebody that's handed this down to you. I think that vintage knives tend to have a little bit more character. First of all, let's just go through a reminder of 3 main rules that make a knife UK legal carry without needing a good reason to carry it. So first of all, the blade or blades all have to be non-locking and folding. So there should be nothing to stop it closing. And typically with these older knives, they're slip joints. So there's a back spring which helps to keep them open, but you can easily break the lock. There's nothing stopping it. So under 3 inches, folding and non-locking. So here we've got an example of a Sheffield penknife. Let's see if we can get a look at the tang stamp here. So Taylor's Eyewitness. And I've got most of these at antique fairs or flea fairs. And the great thing about buying secondhand is you can get to see what they're like, especially if you go to here, you can check them out and you can get them for a good price. And this was in really good condition. It's hardly been used, hardly sharpened, super sharp. And with these nice ivorine scales, brass liners, and really super well looked after blades. So a nice clip point there as the main blade. And then a smaller blade from the same end, a smaller pen blade, spear point blade. I've got another example here as well. So this one is from IXL. So George Wolstenholme from Sheffield. And again, it's got a pen blade and another spear point as well as the main. So it's had a bit of wear, but it's still super sharp, super slicey, and a great knife to have in your pocket. So I think these are 2 great examples of Sheffield pocket knives. Going smaller in size and to the typical Sheffield penknife. And what's different about these is that typically sometimes they're called lobster knives because they open at either end. And this is an example from Ibbotson, and I think I got this for about £2. A nice machine turned stainless covers and fantastic little blades. The nice thing about 2 blades is you can use one for opening packages and the other one maybe for food. But you can get some super bargains for these, and hold out for a good one because there are lots of not so good ones around. And then I found this one. So if you're a fan of Land Rover, so my son has a Land Rover. This one is a Joseph Rodgers. You can see that there. It's nice little stainless blades, 2-blade penknife, and just perfect for pocket carry. And the nice thing about these are you can take these out anywhere. Nobody's going to raise an eyebrow. So in a coffee shop or anywhere to open something, and nobody's going to care about that. So the first pair we looked at were pocket knives, and these are pen knives. So slightly smaller, slightly different format. Next, I'd like to look at military options. So this is the British Army clasp knife, and this one is from 1953. It has the broad arrow or crow's foot. It was produced by RBS. It's got the oil, the joints. It's got a very basic screwdriver. It's got this awesome can opener, which can also be used as a cap lifter. And then it has the main blade. Now this has had a fair bit of wear on this. It's still got a bit of life left in it, and it sharpens up fairly well. So the nice thing about a sheep's foot is it's pretty non-threatening, so you can get this out most places and people won't worry too much about it. So that's a military knife. Then we've got Swiss Army knives. So of course you can get modern versions of these, but if you look in some of these antique fairs, you can get some really interesting vintage ones. So this first one, and it's probably hard to see, this has RSPB, so Protect Wild Birds. This is a Wenger, and it has this really interesting, slightly fat spear point with the Wenger tang stamp on it. As well as that, it has a nail file and cleaner, and I do need to clean this one up a little bit. Then it has the flathead cap lifter and wire bender. And then finally it has this small but works perfectly can opener. And it has that Wenger quite fierce looking version, but works excellently as a can opener. On the back it's got the corkscrew and an awl as well. And interesting shape, this one. So Wenger being a little bit different, but still perfectly serviceable, just needs a little bit of a clean. Fits in your pocket, and to be honest, if you get this out to cut some fruit up, no one's going to bat an eyelid at all. So that's a Wenger one. And then this is a Victorinox, which is no longer available as new. So it's got a small blade and a main blade. So I believe this is the Executive, and it also has this orange peeler, which works great as a package opener and a flathead screwdriver. On the other side we have the nail file and nail cleaner, and a fantastic pair of scissors as well. And Victorinox scissors always work really well. And then finally you have the tweezers and the toothpick. And with any second-hand ones that you get, if you plan to use the toothpick on your teeth, then I recommend that you replace them. You can easily buy these second-hand or even 3D print them. So that's the Executive. So Swiss Army knives are a great sort of knife, fully UK legal, 100%. Then last of all, multi-tools. So I picked this up for about £20. It's the original PST. Now the nice thing about this is that it's super simple. If you like a pliers-based multi-tool, this is good. And it has a file and a can opener. And interestingly, the can opener is very similar to the Wenger one. It has a small screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver, and then going over to the other side, we have a knife blade and a couple of other flatheads, as well as, let me just see if I can get this out, as well as an awl there. But the nice thing is that this particular blade is non-locking. So there's nothing to stop it closing. Now, the only thing is that some people will say that when you use it in the closed position that the knife cannot close fully. But I believe this to be UK legal. I'm not an expert, but as far as I'm concerned, this should be UK legal, unlike the modern ones that are not. And here's the watch out. So for many years, people have carried open outs, but since the law came in around them being non-locking, this collar lock is a problem. So you cannot carry this without good reason in the UK because it's classed as a locking knife. It's a shame because these are super safe, super slicey, but please don't have them as your EDC knife. They make great garden knives, bushcraft knives, camp knives, but don't have them carried every day in your pocket without good reason. So hopefully you found that interesting. Hopefully you can see 5 types of vintage knives that are UK legal and just give you a different option to the modern knives. And you know, I love a modern knife as well, but they tend to be a lot more expensive and just that little bit less interesting. Hope you found this interesting. I hope it's given you some food for thought. Why not see if you've got something in the attic, as if you've got something as a hand-me-down. Maybe check out some car boot sales or antique fairs to find them, and let me know where you got yours from. I hope you found this interesting, and why not check out this video on the UK laws for knives so that you can stay 100% legal when you everyday carry in the UK. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.